Hello friends, welcome to our channel Knowledge Amplifier. So today in this particular video I am going to discuss another very interesting correlation technique, which is Kendall-Tau rank correlation. Okay, so rank concept we have already studied while discussing our Spearman rank correlation, right? Now the rank concept also we are going to use in this case. Then what is the difference? Actually Pearson correlation was used to capture the similarity in terms of linear relationship in between two variables, numerical variables or continuous data. Now then we have discussed Spearman rank correlation because Pearson was unable to detect the non-linear relationship. Okay, right? Or if outliers present, then also our Spearman can work properly. That is also advantage. Then we have studied partial correlation to exclude the effect of one independent variable while computing the strength of relationship between two variables. And now the Kendall-Tau is coming, which is not for simple continuous numerical data, although you can use this, but it is majorly for categorical data. If you recall, in while starting the data science discussion itself, I have told you that there are two types of categorical data. One is ordinal categorical data, another one is nominal categorical data. Okay, so ordinal means you can order, nominal means you cannot order. Like suppose gender, male 1, female 0, or male 0, female 1. We cannot give certain order for male and female, right? In machine learning data pre-processing stage, right? There is no intrinsic order present in between this gender data type. But if you consider, there are some categorical data for which you can give order, like educational level. Okay, so someone has done diploma, someone has done bachelor's, then someone has done master's, and someone has done PhD. So for PhD, obviously we should give more weightage. Okay, maybe we should map to corresponding value 4, then master degree to 3, bachelor degree to 2, and diploma or our school level degree to 1, like this. Okay, so here actually these values has certain significance. Actually there is one order is present in between each levels. Okay, so we can say that it is having order 2, that means it is higher than this particular post, like this. So this is one example of ordinal data. Okay, and this Kendall-Tau correlation is basically used to get the similarity or strength of relationship between two ordinal data. Okay, like one more example I can tell you, movie rating. Okay, poor, below average, average, above average, excellent. Like this movie rating can be given. Poor map to 1, below average map to 2, average map to 3, above average map to 4, and excellent is map to 5. Now the problem in computing correlation in this kind of ordinal categorical data is actually directly you cannot simply do addition subtraction in between different levels. Okay, like why? See, in between excellent and above average the difference is 5 minus 4, which is equal to 1, and in between below average and poor the difference is 2 minus 1, it is 1. But it is quite obvious, this will be 1, okay, but this is quite obvious that this gap in between below average and poor is not at all equal to the gap in between excellent and above average. Although the rating difference is only 1, but below average, poor, this gap is not at all equal to excellent and above average. So direct addition, subtraction, this kind of thing is not that much significant, right? So like here I have given you the example of subtraction insignificance. Now let me share one simple example on this particular context where addition is insignificant. Okay, like suppose one particular movie is there and there are 4 persons. One person is giving 3 star for this particular movie. Okay, fine, and then rest 3 persons are giving 1 star rating. Each one are giving 1 star rating. Okay, so you might think or say that 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. So this 3, is this 3 equal to this 3? No, we cannot ideally say that if one particular person is giving rating 3 for a particular movie and other 3 persons are giving poor rating or rating only 1, then you cannot simply add and say that it is these three and these three are equivalent, because most of the persons are telling the movie is poor. That means the movie is actually poor. Okay, so basically here addition also fails. So like we have done the computation in our previous correlation, like Pearson's, Spearman's, addition, subtraction, this kind of fundamental mathematics we have applied to get the strength of relationship in between two different input features. That mathematical fundamental computation we cannot do in this particular ordinal context. What we can do, we can only use the ordering, because this ordering is telling us something. 5 is telling us that it is the highest, 4 is telling us this is the second highest, like this. So this one we have to capture and use this to compute the similarity between two different ordinal data. Okay, so how? Let me discuss. So here I will be going to my PDF. Okay, handwriting is bad, sorry for that. So suppose I am having two different ordinal data. So these are orders. Okay, so relative order is maintained, intrinsic order is present for one particular column. Just consider these two, x and y are two ordinal data and we need to find the relationship between them. So 4, 7, 8, 9, 3. So 3 is minimum, then 4, then 7, 8, 9. Similarly, y is another kind of ordinal data. Okay, another input feature which is having this kind of order 3, 4, 7, 8, 9. So 3 is minimum, then 4, then 7, 8 and 9. So what is the ultimate goal of applying correlation? We need to find out that whether both variables are changing in the same way or in the reverse way. That is, here in terms of x and y, if I say if x increases, if y also increases, or if x decreases, if y also decreases, then there is positive correlation. And if x increases, y decreases, or if x decreases, y increases, that is they are moving in reverse direction, that time we will be considering that they are having negative correlation, right? As simple as that. Now here, instead of directly applying the addition subtraction, what we can do, first give them rank. Okay, so if we give rank for this particular column, we are getting this particular column where 3 is minimum, given rank 1, then 4 given rank 2, then 7, 8, 9, so 3, 4, 5, like this we are ranking, right? If you want to know how to rank in detail, then please check the link given in the description box. I have already discussed in a separate video what is the concept of rank and tied rank, which is very important to understand the Spearman rank correlation as well, right? And now for y variable, if you observe, if you give ranking, 3 is minimum, so given rank 1, then 4, 7, 8, 9, proper order 2, 3, 4, 5, like this we are giving the ranking, right? Now these pairs, okay, in between these two we will be finding, we will be using these two ranks for finding the correlation in between x and y variable. Okay, so write the pairs. So 2, 1, 3, 2, 4, 3 here written, 5, 4, 5, 4 and 1, 5, 1, 5. Now what we will be doing, we will be basically making one column where we will be writing all possible combination. Okay, and keep in mind 2, 1 along with 3, 2 is same as 3, 2 along with 2, 1. That is a, b is equivalent to b, a. Eventually when I will be showing you the computation, it will be clear to you. So see, what are the possible combination? 2, 1, 3, 2, written that. 2, 1, 4, 3, written that. 2, 1, 5, 4, written that. 2, 1, 1, 5, written that. 3, 2, 4, 3. See, 3, 2, 4, 3, written that. 3, 2, 5, 4. 3, 2, 5, 4, written here. 3, 2, 1, 5. 3, 2, 1, 5, written here. 4, 3, 5, 4. 4, 3, 5, 4, written here. 4, 3, 1, 5. 4, 3, 1, 5, written here. 5, 3, 1, 5. 5, 3, 1, 5, writing here. Now what I will be checking? These are actually rank pairs of our these two input features, right? Now see, consider the first pair. X value is changing from 2 to 3, increasing, rank of x increasing. Now we need to check whether rank of y also increasing. See, rank of y going from 1 to 2. So x increasing, y also increasing. So they are moving in same direction. So it will be putting 1 here. Actually we are making two columns, one is C and one is D. If x and y are moving in same direction, then we will be putting 1 value in this C column. If x and y are moving in the opposite direction, then we will be putting 1 in this D column. Okay, so as in this particular case the ranks are moving in same direction, so we are making 1 in this particular first column, and in second column we are putting 0. Then this one, 2, 1, 4, 3. 2 to 4, x increasing, 1 to 3, y also increasing. So here 1. 2 to 5, x increasing, 1 to 4, y increasing, here 1. 2 to 1, x decreasing, but y rank 1 to 5, y rank increasing. So if x decreasing, y increasing, inconsistency or moving in opposite direction. So in D column we are keeping 1. Then 3, 2, 4, 3, x increasing, y increasing, consistent 1. X 3 to 5, y 2 to 4, same direction 1. X 3 to 1 decreasing, y 2 to 5 increasing, not consistent. So here we are keeping 1 in second column, in the first column we are keeping 0. X 4 to 5 increasing, y 3 to 4 increasing, so consistent 1, and this column 0. X 4 to 1 decreasing, y 3 to 5 increasing, so not consistent, so we will be putting this in 1. X 5 to 1, what is happening here? X decreasing, but y 4 to 5, rank of y increasing, so this D will be 1. Now see, sum all of them, you will be getting movement of rank of x and y in same direction. Total count you will be getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And movement of x and y in reverse direction is 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Okay. Now suppose I want to get the overall relationship idea about x and y, these two ordinal data. How I can compute? Very simple. Total number of cases when x and y are moving in same direction, and minus total number of cases x and y are moving in opposite direction. So 6 minus 4, that is 2. As simple as that. So 2 is giving us the idea about the relationship between x and y. And what is this C and D? C is called consistency or concordant, and D is called discordant. If x and y are moving in opposite direction, that is discordant case, and if x and y are moving in same direction, that is concordant case. In this particular scenario, whenever x and y are moving in same direction, we have seen that both are increasing. But suppose if rank of x decreases and rank of y also decreases, that time then also will be keeping 1 in the concordant column, because they are consistent, moving in same direction. Okay, it does not matter whether they are increasing or decreasing, they should move in same direction. Then we will be putting 1 in the concordant column, and if they are moving in opposite direction, then we will be putting 1 in the discordant column, and eventually we will count both of them, and at the end of the day, basically this difference will be giving us the idea which is more powerful, that is which one is dominating, whether they are moving in same direction, that is more having more number or more frequency, or if x and y are moving in opposite direction, that is having more number or more frequency. Okay, so if subtraction result is positive, that time we can say they are having positive correlation. If subtraction result is negative, we can say that they are having negative correlation, like that, right? And if more value, that means more correlated. If less value, that means less correlated. As simple as that, right? So now see, this particular algorithm, in the whole part, we have not directly applied addition, subtraction, anything, this kind of mathematics in our labels. Okay, because in the beginning of the discussion itself, I have shown you that we cannot simply add or subtract in this kind of ordinal data in between different labels. That is actually problematic. So that's why scientists came up with, statisticians came up with this particular approach, where no addition, no subtraction is there, only their intrinsic rank is used here, because we have seen only one information we are having in this ordinal data, that they are having ranks, and rank just bearing some information. More higher rank means good, lower rank means bad, like that. Some intrinsic, that is inside the ranks, there are some ordering present, and that ordering only we are using in the whole computation. Now the thing is that we have not normalized, but there is requirement of normalization. Why? Very simple. Here we are getting C minus D value, how much? 2, right? And what is the total number of data points? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in 5 data points, we are getting the value 2. Okay. Now suppose there are 1000 data points, and we are getting C minus D value as 2. Now if we don't normalize, by observing the value 2, we can say, okay, the strength of relationship between x and y variable in this 5 data point and in the 1000 data point are same. But actually it is not in the real scenario, right? Because in the 5 data point, we are getting value 2. Okay, that is C minus D is 2. This is having stronger relationship than the scenario when we are having 1000 data points and we are getting C minus D value as 2. I hope you can understand. That is less correlated, and if 5 data points we are getting value 2, that means this is more correlated. So what we will be doing, we will be subtracting D value, that is inconsistency value, from the consistent one, but we have to normalize also. So number of data points or values we are getting C minus number of values we are getting D divided by total number of possible combination. Okay, like here in between 2 columns we want to compute our correlation value, and there are 5 data points. So how many possible combination we are getting? 10. And what is the formula to get? Just recall your permutation combination concept. N data points, how many possible in 2 place we need to arrange, like here see 4 3 7 4 8 7 9 8 3 9, total 5 this kind of pairs. Now there are 2 places because we are pairing, so 2 places. Now how many possible combinations are there? N into n minus 1 by 2, right? So basically the formula for Kendall-Tau rank correlation is NC minus ND divided by n into n minus 1 by 2. So what is the correlation for this case in between x and y, these two ordinal variable? Very simple. 6 minus 4, which is 2, divided by total number of possible combination. Here 5 data points are present, so 5 into 5 minus 1 by 2. 5 minus 1 is 4, so 5 into 4 by 2, that is 10. And then here actually we are getting C minus D as 2, so 2 by 10, which is nothing but 0.2. Okay, so the correlation for this particular 2 ordinal data is 0.2. Okay, right? I hope you have understood. And finally at the end of the day, the goal is same. We have to check if x is relatively small than other x values, y is also relatively small than other y values in that case, or y is larger. Okay, that is, this is the main goal of correlation, which we are computing without directly applying addition or subtraction in between different labels using this rank way. That is, it is called Kendall-Tau rank correlation, and this is the formula. Now here I have not shown you the particular situation where actually we will be getting same. Suppose here 3, 2 we are getting, and here also 3, 2 coming. That is, that time that particular pair neither can be considered as concordant, neither it can be considered as discordant. That time that is the situation where tie is appearing. To break the tau, there is another formula where I am not going, because this particular intuition is sufficient to from the data science or machine learning point of view. If you want to explore, you can go through the internet documentation. That is Kendall-Tau D approach is there, which is used to avoid the tie approach. Okay, and this is Kendall-Tau A, which is simplified one, which never consider the tie situation. Okay, right. Now here how we can compute using programming. See here, very simple. I have taken my data 47893 34789. Okay, as I have shown. Now in correlation, I have told you that correlation function computes correlation value column wise. Okay, so in between these two, if we want to compute the correlation, what we'll be doing, we'll be taking transpose, because these are rows, so we'll be taking transpose to convert them to column. And then like for Spearman correlation, we have specified type type S for Spearman, type P for Pearson, or default one is also Pearson. Similarly for Kendall-Tau, you need to specify only K. Okay, and then just run. See, in theoretical approach we got the value 0.2, and using the programming approach also we are getting 0.2. If you want, you can specify the complete one, Kendall. See, Kendall. This complete one also you can write, or only K is also sufficient. See, 0.2 we are getting. If you write complete Kendall, then it will be more readable, and the person who is just going through the code can understand this easily. But for MATLAB, this K is sufficient. Okay, it can understand that you want to compute the Kendall-Tau rank correlation, right? So I hope how to compute the correlation or the similarity in between two different ordinal data, this one is clear to you. This is all for this video. If you find this video helpful, then please like, share and comment. Subscribe my channel if you have not subscribed till now, and don't forget to press the bell icon to get the notification of my latest videos. Thank you for watching.